Dining Reservation Day, y'all. Let's have some fun. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to your Delaware Disney people. It is Dining Reservation Day, one of the biggest days when it comes to your Disney planning. It's about 10 minutes to 6 right now. Just got the laptop up, ready to start looking at what options are going to be available. Hopefully we can do a lot of the character dining that we're looking forward to here in this June trip. Trying to do places like Topolino's breakfast. We've got Ohana, we've got Crystal Palace, we've got 1900 Park Fair, Garden Grill. Faith really wants to do that, and then Hollywood and Vine. So hopefully everything goes the way that we need it to. We shall see. This is never fun. Exciting, nerve-wracking, but fun. So now that we got our dining reservations booked, let's talk Disney June 2026. The whole purpose for this trip was to take Faith for her 5th birthday. That's it. That was the whole reason that we chose this specific week. So we're going to be flying out from Salisbury, which is only about maybe 30 minutes away from our house, on Friday night. We're going to be landing in Orlando probably around 10:30. Go and get checked into All-Star Movies. Stay there just for one night before checking into Yacht Club on Saturday. So just go get settled in, do some breakfast at the resort, maybe walk around, explore a little bit, give the kids a chance to kind of get into the Disney feel. Because at that point, they're not really going to get to do much on Friday night. We know that. So this will be a good chance to let them kind of get their sea legs in, so to speak. Saturday, our goal is to hit up the water park. So we're probably going to go to Blizzard Beach. The kids certainly seem to enjoy that one a little bit more. I can't really compare to Typhoon Lagoon. We went there back in August, or at least we tried to, and ended up basically getting rained out. So not a whole lot we could do, but we know that they really enjoyed Blizzard Beach. We want to do the Lazy River, get to do Tykes Peak, and there's a couple different rides that we want to try there. So really excited to go back. And then obviously get settled into Yacht Club, hopefully check out Stormalong Bay. So Saturday we plan on spending the majority of the day, quite frankly, submerged in the water. And then going to Epcot at night. We were able to get a couple extra park days for free. Disney had a promotion, which was fantastic. We could take advantage of that. We could buy a 4-day ticket and then get an extra 2 days added on. So awesome deal. So with that, we were able to figure out how to get to Epcot on Saturday night so that we could do some fireworks. So that should be a really nice way to get the trip kind of kick-started. Sunday, gonna hit up Magic Kingdom, and then Hollywood Studios, got some Crystal Palace for breakfast. We'll just hit up Backlot Express in Hollywood's probably our favorite quick service restaurant there, especially for the kids. They've got a lot of different options, a few different specialty options for burgers and like the French dip and things like that. So looking forward to Backlot. Monday, Faith's birthday. She insisted on doing Animal Kingdom so that she could meet Bluey and Bingo. Yes, I'm literally going to Animal Kingdom to meet a couple dogs. So we're going to get to do that. Probably do Navi River Journey, hit up the safari, maybe do a couple other things, do Kusafiri for breakfast. I tell you, from a convenience perspective and from a quality perspective, that little hole in the wall packs a punch. It is a really good breakfast that we've had there. We either do the breakfast sandwiches, do the bowls, a lot of different options, and it's always been really good. In essence, we park it right over on the little seating area by the safari, and we'll get to enjoy our breakfast there. And then we'll usually head right from there to the safari. So it's been a really good routine that we've kind of fallen into. We had debated doing Tusker House, kind of had some hit or miss experiences there. I've never had a bad breakfast. Dinners have been kind of questionable, but we're not the biggest curry people when it comes to eating. So we're not the most exotic eaters. At least I'm not. Faith is most certainly not. But we just decided to keep it simple and just do Kusafiri for breakfast that day. And then Faith also wanted to hit up Epcot because for her birthday dinner, she insisted on doing Garden Grill. For these kids, that has always been probably their favorite character meal. Mickey, Pluto, Chip, and Dale never disappoint in that place. Typically, they come around multiple times, so there always is an opportunity to have plenty of quality character interactions. The food is always really good. The fact that it's served family style, where you're pretty much having a never-ending supply. You're never having to wait. It's just a really good, really convenient option. The food is always very flavorful. Never had any issues there. Always a great experience. So very excited about that. Then we go into Tuesday. So we're going back to Magic Kingdom. I was able to get our reservation for Ohana. The kids are going to love that place. They've been a couple times so far. Will was only, I think, 4 months old when we went the first time. Yeah, so he was only 4 months old. He wasn't even able to remember any of that. So he'll get to see Lilo and Stitch for the first time. He loved the movie. He loves Stitch. So that should be really neat. We're able to get him an appointment at the Harmony Barbershop. Love that place. I'm telling you, there's very few times you can genuinely say, you know what, I did that cheaper at Disney. Harmony Barbershop is one of those things. Kids' first haircuts, $21 each. And look at everything you get with that. You get the certificate, you get the lock of hair, you get the Mickey ears. Oh, and they can get pixie dusted if you want them to be. You can't beat that value. You really can't. The service in there is always outstanding. Very, very, very fun, friendly atmosphere. Would highly recommend Harmony Barbershop to anyone. I don't care what age you are. It's just a really cool, really unique experience. So then after that, we are going to be going back on Tuesday to do the Hollywood and Vine character dinner. And we also were able to get the Fantasmic dining package. The kids have never been to Fantasmic. Jan and I absolutely love it. It's probably one of our favorite nighttime shows, though it still doesn't beat Happily Ever After. So the objective is going to be to do an earlier dinner, get as much done at Hollywood as we can, and then head over to the first showing of Fantasmic. So that should be a really fun night. Wednesday, we are hitting up Disney Springs in the morning. And I think for the first time, we're going to try Chicken Guy for lunch. Now, obviously, we don't need a reservation for that, and that is probably very much subject to change. I really hope it's not. That's a place I've always wanted to try. Look, Faith and I, we're chicken tender people. That's it. At the end of the day, we're very boring, picky eaters. Chicken tenders is right up my alley. That is absolute paradise, if you ask me. So that is the objective for that. And then the objective for Wednesday night is going to be to go to 1900 Park Fair at Grand Floridian. The resort, we loved it. It was a great experience. Would I go back anytime soon? Probably not. But 1900 is fantastic. The characters there, they're so different. I mean, Mirabelle, Aladdin, Cinderella, Tiana. Not exactly the mix that so many people are thinking of, but you know what? Every one of those interactions has been fantastic. They're all face characters, which is very interesting because especially with these kids, they're not the biggest face character people. So it's been interesting trying to see how they're going to interact with these characters, but you know what? It's always a crapshoot. Character meet and greets are always a crapshoot, but character dining does make things a lot better because they're already in there, they're already at their seat, they're already eating, they're already engaged in an activity. They're not just standing around in a line waiting, the anticipation building. There's none of that. So that's another reason why character dining is just such a fantastic option. And quite frankly, the food at 1900 is awesome. I'm ready for that strawberry soup again. There, I said it. I love that strawberry soup. And Thursday, our last day, last full day, I should say, we are doing Topolino's character breakfast at the Riviera. That is probably one of our all-time favorite resorts to go visit. Doesn't necessarily have the most, quote, Disney feel. Arguable. There's plenty of Disney references. It just doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel as magical, as whimsical. Jan, on the other hand, absolutely loves it. So I would say the dining options are awesome. There's a lot about the Riviera that I really do like as an overall resort. It just doesn't, to me, feel the most Disney. A lot of people feel that way about Contemporary, though. We didn't. We found that to be very Disney. So very much, you know, to each their own as far as their separate opinions on that. But Topolino's breakfast, wow. Love that place. First of all, the characters. There's no way I'm going to Disney World for an entire week doing character meals and not seeing Donald.
That would be tragic.
Cannot do it. Just cannot do it. So had to figure out a way to get he and Daisy involved in the action. And then of course, Mickey and Minnie, it's just never a bad experience at Topolino's character breakfast. And then just hanging out at Epcot for the rest of the day. Probably going to do some quick service, do some snacks. Of course, by doing the dining plan, we got plenty of snack credits for this trip. So we're really going to do some research and see what the most value we can get out of those is going to be. Typically, we end up having to go to the gift shops at the resort and pick up bags of candy. No, not the best use of a snack credit. So I'm going to do some research and really make sure that we're staying on top of it this time. And then Friday, checkout day. Got to hit up Trattoria Al Forno for breakfast, especially with staying at the Yacht Club. It's right on the boardwalk, within walking distance. Always have a really good, really good breakfast there. Very excited to get that accomplished. And it's a great way to end the trip. Probably have to do a quick service for lunch because we're not flying out until about, I think, 4 or 5:30 at night. So we'll be able to get all that done and then go from there. But I do appreciate you guys tagging along with us this morning as we got our dining reservations. Very exciting day. Challenging at times, when the website keeps going down, but we got everything that we wanted. So great experience. Had some really good fortune this time and look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. If you like what you saw, hit that like button, subscribe. Got all kinds of content coming out. Getting ready to do a whole series on just Disney with toddlers. And hopefully some really good advice that can make your next trip as comfortable and as convenient as possible with toddlers. We know how that is. So take care, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.